Thank you very much, Stefan. Wow, it's a long time to wait for good news, that is, a long time, but we've also not only confirmed that the satellites were dropped off where they were supposed to, but they've actually been picked up where they were supposed to. We've now acquired all full satellites, so that's fantastic news. Look, yeah, let's have a clap for that. Let's have a clap for that. Yeah. So, thank you, Mickey. Look, this launch was a really important launch for O3b. We've said it. It's the launch that really completes our initial constellation and allows us to roll out global service. Stefan was very eloquent there in thanking all of the people involved in the launch, all of the people involved in the manufacturing of the satellites. From the O3b standpoint, it's also all of our investors, our shareholders, everyone that's believed in this project and this mission. But in particular, I would say to Thales Alenia Space, to Jean-Louis, and to Arianespace, to Stefan, the relationship that we have is a unique one. It's one of partnership, it's one of cooperation, it's one of openness, and it's one of friendship. So I want to thank you both personally for that, and I want to thank your teams for that. To the magnificent team at O3b, some of whom are represented here, many more are represented at our places around the world. Without doubt, the hardest working team in the satellite industry, without doubt, the best looking team in the satellite industry. Hell, I'd say the best looking team in any industry, quite honest with you, but I just want to, you know, it's a genuine privilege for me to go to work with these guys. They are truly inspirational. They are a great bunch. So, as important as this launch was for us, it was also super important to our customers. Many of whom are here today, many more are watching this around the world. They really have also been with us at every step of the way. They've been with us at every step of our journey. They were there at the very beginning. They were there at our first launch. They're here at our second launch, and they'll be with us for many years to come, because now it's our turn. It's our turn to repay the faith that you have placed in us. It's our turn to deliver on our promises that we've made to you. And now with these 4 satellites in orbit, we really can do that. And what we've seen of the performance of the satellites so far has been tremendous. It's blown us away. It's excited us with the sorts of services that we can provide. And together, I know that we're going to be able to excite your customers and deliver services that your customers will be blown away by, and we can't wait. Collectively, the whole O3b team can't wait to connect each and every one of you. So, ladies and gentlemen, for all of the challenges that there are in the world, we really are lucky, I think, to be living through these times. JFK said at his inauguration speech in 1961, he said words to the effect of, none of us would want to trade places for any other people or any other generation. He said that in 61. And here, 50 years later, I disagree with him, because I think the times that we live in today are truly exceptional, and we have access to technologies that weren't imagined, could not have been imagined, could not have been dreamt about 50 years ago. We have the world's information at our fingertips, and we have it, thanks to Google, we have it sorted in a way that makes it instantly accessible, and that's a magical thing. It's something that 50 years ago, if you'd said that was going to be the future, that was stuff of science fiction, and it's now something that we take for granted. It's part of our everyday life. The internet is established as the key infrastructure that supports every sector of the economy. It's a fundamental driver of innovation, of productivity, and of economic growth. But today, this technology is not available to everyone, and we're going to change that. We're going to do our part in changing that. With these satellites in orbit, O3b and its customers will be able to deliver services to parts of the world that have never had access, and certainly have never had access to the kind of services that we're now going to be able to bring. O3b customers, some of them here today, are already delivering services in Kinshasa, a city of 10 million people, 8 million people in Papua New Guinea. We're live in Timor-Leste, we're live in Samoa and in the Cook Islands. But with these satellites we've just launched, we're going to be bringing those same services to more than 30 customers by the end of the year. From Colombia to Congo, from Somalia to South Sudan, some of the most populous countries in the world, Brazil, Malaysia, Pakistan, Indonesia, all of these places will be able to connect. And we're connecting these populations through mobile devices. The mobile internet is the future of the internet. Connections to the internet from mobile devices are growing 11 times faster than the population. Think about that for a minute. 11 times faster than the population. Mobile connections are being added 3 times faster than fixed connections. So the future really is mobile devices. Global mobile data traffic is doubling every 14 months. And imagine the impact that that has on the networks of our customers, and how having the kind of thick pipe connectivity that we can bring is going to make a difference to those networks. Plentiful and affordable backhaul really is the key enabler. It's the must-have. And it will spread the internet in large swathes of the planet that don't have access to the information today, don't have access to healthcare in the same way that we do, don't have access to education, and don't have access to opportunity. And as our customers reach out further and further in their networks, these new satellites and O3b will provide the critical infrastructure that our customers need to connect. So to finish, and to paraphrase another president, the time has come to reaffirm our enduring spirit, to choose a better history, to carry forward that noble idea that all are equal, all are free, and all deserve a chance to pursue their full measure of happiness. Thank you very much, everyone.
So, ladies and gentlemen, what a fantastic launch made by Arianespace, and what a great day for all of us. I think there is nothing closer in the life, closer to the birth of your children than launch of satellites. So congratulations to Steve and everybody at O3b. So your next 4 satellites are now in space, Steve, and your constellation is really taking shape today. It should have been done a little time ago, as you know, but we decided at Thales not to compromise with quality in order that you, O3b, be able to deliver the best level of services to your customers and continue to offer an extremely high performance to them. We are very pleased today for you. Regarding today's splendid launch, I would like to thank Stefan and all the team of Arianespace, and also Roscosmos, CNES, and ESA. Soyuz operated, like always, clockwork, and that's due to your skill, know, expertise, and experience. A big thank also to my TAS team in France and in Italy for their commitment. They have faced 10 difficult months, very loaded. There was a kind of race in order to have a slot of Arianespace beginning of July, and they did it. So I would like to thank all my team for this effort. So grazie a tutti, merci a tous, in Roma, in Cannes, in Toulouse. O3b is a groundbreaking project, and beyond groundbreaking projects, there are remarkable people. Greg, John, Steve, Brian. At Thales Alenia Space, we have been working with O3b for 7 years now, ever since Greg and Brian had technical discussion with TAS in order to optimize this system and pitched their concept for a telecom constellation in MEO. At the time, it was a novel idea, and look how successful it is now, like you put in the back of your T-shirt. We have created pioneering satellites which can quite literally change people's life here on Earth. Let's think of millions and millions of children who will e-learn, who will be educated through O3b system and satellites, and probably in 20 years, 25 years from now, there will be children that will become engineers and will make the next satellites of the future. And we are very proud of that. People are speaking a lot of innovation in the space domain with different projects that are, for the time being, only projects. I really do think that O3b is the major innovation of this first half of this decade in the space area. So Greg, John, Steve, and the team of O3b, the first 8 satellites in your constellation are now in space. And now, right now, as you know, we are building the next 4 for a launch plan end of this year, beginning of next year. So it has been a great, and it will continue to be a great pleasure to collaborate with everybody at O3b. You are so professional and so innovative. Right after the separation, my team in Cannes, through this device and probably using O3b satellites, told me that they have taken the control of the 4 satellites. They have already sent some telecommand to the satellites, and the satellites have reacted properly. So, Steve, I can confirm that we had the first cry from your 4 new babies. So. So to finish my speech, I would like to congratulate all the engineers of all companies, Arianespace, O3b, and obviously Thales, who have made this event possible. Every day in the world we see really silly things, and when we have a chance to witness an event like today in Kourou, we see that mankind can also be genius. Thank you.
Okay, so in fact, it's just the beginning of the summer here, because we will be back with Arianespace for ESA on July the 24th for ATV. It will be the last ATV, and I can tell you we will have many, many, many distinguished guests for this event, which will be a key event for Europe. And after, on August the 21st, we will go for another Soyuz, but this time for Galileo, and this time for the European Commission. So I want to thank all the stakeholders of tonight's success, and I want to thank by advance all the teams who are going to work very hard to make the next 2 launches of Arianespace for ESA and EC. Thank you very much to O3b, to Thales, and now have a good evening. Thanks a lot.
So it's mission accomplished once again for Arianespace. O3b's 5, 6, 7, and 8 are all heading out on their journey to their final positions in medium Earth orbit. Huge congratulations to everybody involved in today's launch. Everyone at O3b Networks. There's a replay of the launch earlier this evening. Congratulations also to the Russian and European teams for Soyuz for the perfect eighth launch from the CSG. All our friends at Thales Alenia Space for their skill and expertise, and well done to everyone at Arianespace for an excellent job. The best of luck now to all the O3b teams as your satellites fly to their final destination and you continue the next phase of your operations. Thanks for joining me here live at the Guiana Space Center. From me, Katie Haswell, goodbye.